We finished off yesterday with the completion of the damp proofing and the waterproofing. Let's check out what happens at the base of the foundation. Now, a couple of things are taking place today. You see the installation of those pipes. That's called the draintile and the rainwater leaders. Let's have a closer look. Now, if you have a look down the side of this foundation, you'll see 3 sets of pipes. Each one of these pipes does something different. Now, the inscriptions on the pipe says perforated. What does that mean? If you have a look, the bottom side of this pipe facing the ground is actually full of holes. The holes are spaced out evenly, and the purpose of that is to allow any water at this level to enter the pipe, and after such time it travels along the direction of the pipe to the lowest point. This will be the lowest point here, and this is where a future sump will be installed, where this water will have a chance to dump into the sump and accumulate to a certain height. Now, the sump will be much deeper than this level here, and the reason for that is to allow the accumulation of sediment. So the sediment collects here before it gets connected to the city system. This higher pipe is called the rainwater leader. And the purpose of that is to collect the rainwater that ends up on the roof of the house and eventually gets diverted down these pipes and also connected to a sump. Now, before the installation of this pipe, the builder would have to look at the plans and mark out exactly where he wants these pipes. Now, we've marked them out accordingly so that there's no windows above it, there's no obstructions from here all the way to the roof level to avoid having joints and Ys and 90-degree bends, stuff that makes the house look ugly. So we want to keep everything nice and straight all the way down from the top of the roof to the connection point. This will happen at the sidewalk level. This pipe will stick up about 2-3 inches above the sidewalk, and a nice looking aluminum pipe will come down and it gets terminated right there. Another pipe you'll see in the middle, that pipe is actually the drainage pipe for the Laneway house, which is going to be at the back of the house. Now, the regulations surrounding the Laneway pipe connection is every so often you have to have a clean out. Now, clean out allows you to access the pipe in the event of a blockage without having to clean the debris out from such a far distance. This way, every 30 feet or so, you have the access to clean out the pipes intermittently. These are the connections which will extend to the future Laneway house. Another aspect of drainage I want to cover is the catch basins. Now, note here is the entrance to the basement suite. Right here will be the end of the stairs coming down. This is the area where you want to draw water away in case it rains, or you don't want to have any accumulation of water happening here. So we have a mini catch basin installed right here. Here's another example where we need another catch basin. This is the other entrance towards the front of the house at the basement level, and this would be the patio area where you don't want an accumulation of water, and therefore that will be the location of a future mini catch basin. Now, we have one more subtrade that will be coming into this project prior to us backfilling, and that's the plumber. He'll be putting his discharge pipe from this knockout point right here. He'll leave it out here, he'll extend it inside. The plumber will also be installing a water line to supply fresh water to the house. He'll also be running another water line down here to hook up the Laneway house. You may notice today the surveyors are also on site. Now, they're here today to measure where the foundation is built and whether it's actually built where they had pinned it off earlier. Another task that the surveyors are doing today is they're getting the elevation of the top of the concrete wall. I won't get into that today, but that forms a very important aspect of how the heights of the buildings are determined. We'll talk about that in the framing stage.